You're welcome to my channel, Tinsatina. Today we are going to prepare a soup we call vegetable soup. So today we are cooking with a lot of vegetables, We have different kind of dry fish, this stockfish, this fish, stockfish, this fish. They are dry fish that we'll cook with. And this is, we call it water leaf soup. Water leaf. It's a leaf called water leaf. And this is ugu, punky leaf, ugu. This is red meat mixed with some intestine. And this is okra. This is fresh fish. This is chicken, our seasoning. And we have our grounded crayfish. And this is salt. This is red oil. And you can use your dry pepper, you can use your fresh pepper, any kind of pepper you like, you can use. So, but today, I think I'll be using my dry pepper today. So, let's get into boiling the meat. Let's start from boiling the meat. So, let's jump into that. So down, I've already washed my meat before putting it on the fridge, but I just need to defrost it a bit. So, this. So I forgot to tell you about your onion. I don't know, some like a lot of onion in their food, so if you like, you can put more than 1, 2, as much as you like, you put your onion. You have to put your things, seasoning, pepper, your crayfish inside the meat so that it will have taste. You can use your your cutter for this if you have, but when I cook, I'm always in a hurry. So I can just use my hand to cut my you put some seasoning. Put your pepper. You add your salt. Put your crayfish. add the chicken inside the pot of soup. Allow the meat to boil. I've not added any water. Allow the meat to steam up so that the ingredients can go inside the meat, before you add water. Allow it to steam so that it will absorb all the things you add there, your seasoning, your salt, your crayfish and pepper, so that the meat will have taste, to be tasty. So now we allow the meat to boil, then we come back. While waiting for your meat to steam, you wash your vegetables. Wash them, cut them, keep them, because some of those meats can be strong, some of them can be strong. So you wash your veggies. It's good you add salt when you are washing your vegetables, because of some worms that you might not be able to wash out with water, but the salt will kill the worms. Vegetables. Always make sure you wash your vegetables before cutting them, so you don't have to wash out all the ingredients from the vegetable, because some like to wash it in the markets in Nigeria. When they go to the market and buy vegetables, they cut it there. I don't like it, and it's not very advisable, because when you come home, you find out that when you wash them, you see this water, it looks like white. But when you wash it, when you cut it and start washing it, you wash out most of the ingredients. And this one, the water leaf, will be sticking. You will know that most of the things in it is gone. When you finish washing the vegetable, then you cut. Once you are done washing the vegetable, you cut it. You don't cut it before washing it. It helps the vegetable. It helps it to retain the nutrients in it. After washing and cutting your vegetables, after cutting them, you can boil hot water to wash all this your dry ingredients, just in case if there is any maybe all those ants that like to eat fish, whatever. Soak it with hot water. Pour hot water all over it, all over the fish. You pour hot water. This is how it looks like in the hot water. You allow it like maybe 5 to 3 minutes just to soak up, especially the stockfish, you know. Allow it to soak up. Then let's see the face of the meat we are boiling. Let's see how it looks like. So this is the face of the meat. All this water you are seeing here is from the meat. I have not added any water to it. I have not touched it. So let me keep my camera back so that I can be able to turn it. I just needed it to see the face and how the water is out from the meat, so that you don't have to put too much water. You know, it's vegetable, we don't use thickener for it, so you don't need to add too much water. But for now, we'll be cooking with the water that come out from the meat. Before we will know if we will be able to add another water, we don't, depending on the meat though. If the meat is strong, you must add water so that your meat can be done, but don't put excess water, you know. So now I turn it so that everything will be incorporated inside the meat. So because of the intestine, you know, intestine takes a lot of time to get ready. So I have to add water to it. But let me use the hot water so that I don't have to lower the temperature. And so let's wait for the meat to be ready. But before then, as you have added water, you can put your fish now on top of it so that the steam will make the fish to be ready, so that it doesn't have to scatter inside. So when the fish is ready, we'll bring it out and still continue cooking the meat. The ice fish. So let's hold on for the meat to be ready, then we continue. So as we are waiting for the meat, I've removed the stockfish from the hot water. So because we need the taste in the food, I know it's strong, so we have to put it early so that the aroma also will go into the food. You put it just on the fish, on the ice fish, Only the steam will help it also. We can only turn it when we'll turn it when we take away the ice fish. So now, while I'm waiting for the meat to be ready, I'll be cutting my okra because I have to wash it now. Make sure you wash it very well before cutting. Not after cutting, you start washing. Not after cutting. In this soup now, I'll make 2 types of cutting. I'm going to use my grater and I'll still use my knife. So why I'm using the grater is when you use grater, it brings out the that liquid that draws in it. That liquid comes out when you use grater to grate it. It brings out that liquid, so it helps it to draw. You know, I like it when it draws sharp. I like it. So I'm going to use my grater. Like this. Like this. So I will show you how it will come out when I'm done, okay? Hang on. So this is how the grated one will be. You know, it's soft and it helps to thicken the soup more. You know, that's why I have to do part of it and I will cut part of it. So this is how it's going to look like. You know, I hope you're seeing it. Just to help it to thicken it and to make it to have that kind of feeling of it's drawing, you know. That's why I'm doing it. So let's check our fish and see how it is, but I'm sure it's ready now because I want to fry it. I will fry the fish. I don't want it to scatter in the soup. I want it to be a whole the way it is. So let me bring out the fish from the pot. You must not fry it. I just want to fry mine. So if you like, as you bring it out, you leave it when the soup is ready, almost ready. When you're about to put the veggies, you pour it back inside the pot. Oh, so that I can turn my meat. Then we'll wait for the meat, because most of all this food, what makes food to waste time is meat. If you are using fish to cook food, now you are ready, because fish doesn't take time to be ready. But when you are using meat, it seems to take a lot of time, so you have to wait for the meat to be tender before you can use it and cook your food. So as it is now, we are still waiting for the meat to be ready. Some people at this stage, they can add their oil, you know but me, what I do is I add some now. I will add a little now, then later I add more, because I don't want everything in the oil to die. Although that's the way I do mine. So I add a little oil now. I have to add it, all these things we buy from African shop here in Germany. So I like the meat to have the taste of everything, because I hate it when I eat meat that is in the soup, it to be tasting another thing. I like it to taste the same thing that I'm eating, the soup. The soup taste has to be in the meat. So I have to put almost like most of the ingredients, apart from the very soft fish that I will put later, so that, because that one easily absorb and easily disappear from the soup. So I have to wait a bit before I can put it. So you can check your salt to know if the salt is okay, because you need the salt to enter the meat also. You need the salt to be in the meat also. Mine is okay. So when you're cooking, you check your salt and make sure the salt is okay for the meat. So we still wait for the meat to be ready. Make sure you continue checking the meat from time to time. You bring the ones that is down up. And check your water. If your water is okay, fine. If it's not okay, you add, but little by little, so that You don't have to start thinking, how will I make it to be thick, and all that. And still wait for the meat. So now my I want to check if the meat is tender to so let me cut from a strong one to know if it's tender to eat. It's still a bit strong, so I have to add water. I have to add some water to it, but not too much. But just some might like it like that, but I don't like strong meat, so I need to soften more. So, but I think now I have to put the fish so that the taste of the fish too can go inside the. So now I have to put the dry fish. You have to wash it, scatter everything. It has to be like pieces, so that when you take your food, you can take a little from it. Then you cover the pot. So the meat is ready now. The first ingredients you will put is your okra, but I added fresh onion in it. It gives it a very nice taste. So that's the first thing you put. Sorry, I had to change my pot. The one I was using was so small, so it could not take all the vegetables. So then add the water leaf, then stir. So by then, remember we did not finish the oil, so you can add your remaining oil to it. You don't need much, just the remaining oil. That's what you add to it. Then you stir. You stir it. Because you don't want the vegetables to die, you don't have to cook it for long. You put your ugu leaf, that's the pumpkin leaf. The pumpkin leaf, you put everything. And your food is ready. your soup is ready. So this is the vegetable soup. So you can eat it with a lot of things. So food is ready. This is my oatmeal and this is my vegetable soup. So but you can use any kind of meal you like. You can use fufu, you can use gari, a lot of food you can eat with it, you know, but it's a very rich soup, you know. So thanks for watching. Bye, see you next time.